has a big prediction. Do you agree?
Yeah. They are one piece away. That piece happened to be the quarterback. Skip, they didn't lose. Skip, you think they lost the game in San Francisco because they lacked the Jalen Ramsey? Look at where the defense finished. 3rd in sacks, 5th in points allowed, 9th in red zone touchdowns allowed. But what about their quarterback? Tied for the league. He missed 5 games and threw more interceptions than everybody. That's the issue. That's the piece that you're missing. Not a Jalen Ramsey. Your defense is outstanding. Stephon, granted, your other top corner went down, and so, yeah, they picked on the other side.
Anthony Brown went
Anthony
down.
Brown.
Yeah.
But come on, Skip. You did not lose the first round to Brock Purdy because you lacked the Jalen Ramsey. You lost because your quarterback has been bad in the playoffs. This is Skip. Stephen Jones said, other than he hadn't won some key playoff games.
I told you that yesterday.
He's everything you wanted.
What do you mean other than that? That's everything.
Skip, other than a few affairs, he was a good husband. What the hell you mean other than that?
Right.
That's it. That's it.
You remember the oldest cliche, other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play?
Exactly.
Right? Okay, well, that's...
Come on.
Yep.
Let's Skip. They do this every year. The Cowboys, I bet you the Cowboys probably have the 5th or the 6th best odds right now. I don't believe Jalen Ramsey is going to move the needle for them.
They're the 6th best, 13-1. Okay, so would it, if it would double their Super Bowl odds, would that make them the 3rd best odds?
I don't believe so.
Okay. All right. I still do respect Jalen Ramsey, and I just checked on this because it felt like he didn't have a very good year because in some marquee games, he's had marquee screw-ups where he's gotten burned. I can't...
It started the playoffs last year.
It did.
Go all the way back to Tampa.
To the Brady throw to Mike Evans, because he got smoked on that one.
Yes.
Okay, but Pro Football Focus still graded him last year, all told, the whole year, as the 3rd best corner in football. So he has now played, what is he up to? This would be his...
6th year?
He's played 7. This would be his 8th year. Okay. Is he still in his prime?
He should be.
He should be. Is he a difference maker at corner? Yes, he can be because he's big, he's physical.
Is he Pat Surtain?
No.
Is he Sauce Gardner?
Probably not now, but does he know how to play?
Yes.
Yes. Would putting that star on his helmet give him a little bit of a later career rebirth? Yes, it might. Were we sorely lacking at the other corner opposite Trevon? Yes, we were, because we tried 5 guys.
Where y'all get the money from? So what y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do with Trayvon Diggs?
Okay,
you think Trayvon Diggs gonna be okay with another cornerback and making $20 million and he not? What you gonna do with CD?
You're going to have to figure that out down the road.
Okay.
But if you had a shot for next year, would that improve my chances to be a Super Bowl? Sure it would, because all of a sudden you'd have the dual threats at corner where the offensive coordinator would be saying, well, wait a second, I can't just attack there because I'm not sure who I attack, because one guy's, they're both ball hawks now.
Right.
So you got 2 ball hawks, and you have one of, if not the best pass rushers in football. That's how you win championships.
I just know I'm going to get 7 points when my offense is out on the field. Because I know Dak going to give me a pick six, or he's going to turn the ball over and put me close to the goal line.
I'm not going to fight you anymore on that. I've given up. You were stuck with Russ for a while. I'm stuck with Dak.
Exactly.
Okay. I told you, Stephen and Jerry keep trying to sell ice to the Eskimos about, oh, he's going to be okay. He's got all the makings of everything. He can take us to the promised land. No, he can't. I've seen too much.
Right.
But there's a different way to pull this off, and you could do it upside down with your defense. Dan Quinn is coming back.
Yes.
I'm shocked by that because I thought he would be gone. He is the de facto head coach of this team, because I love the way he coaches his unit. Because what did I tell you going into last year? They'll go as far as the defense takes them.
Right.
Well, the defense went all the way to San Francisco and held the 49ers to, what was it, 19 points.
Okay.
That's good enough, right? That you should win the game. But your quarterback missed 5 throws, at least 3 to CD, and then the late one to Gallup.
Right.
Gallup smoked whoever was on that corner because he finally broke free. He's a long strider, and he was gone, and Dak missed him by 5 yards.
Okay, so you make my point.
No,
so
I'm agreeing with your point.
So in that situation, with Dak missing the throws, with Dak playing as poorly as he did, how does Jalen Ramsey help you in that situation?
Okay, maybe you hold him to 16 points or 14 points, right? Maybe Dak played one great game against Brady. He retired Tom Brady, right? Okay, but that defense struggled all year, and it was a shell of itself.
But you saw, how about this here? He played unbelievable against Tampa.
He did.
But let's go to the game before Tampa and the game after Tampa.
It was just terrible. Against Sam Howell at Washington, the last game, that was a debacle.
So you had a sandwich, but it was only good only the inside. But I don't know what the bread was made of.
And obviously, Tampa was on fumes all year. They're just on fumes.
Yeah.
And they summonsed it up, as you like to say, for Carolina.
Yes.
And they crushed them, and they won the division. All of a sudden, they get a home playoff game as the division winner. It's a first-round game, and that happened.
Yes.
Okay. My point is, I'm just grasping for straws. I'm reaching for anything. But if you could snap your fingers and give me Jalen Ramsey, all of a sudden, my defense might be the best defense in pro football.
Now, let me tell you what's going to happen. If you bring Jalen Ramsey in there, and Jalen Ramsey makes $20 million a year, and Trayvon Diggs is on the other side, and he says, hold on, wait a minute. I've been first-team All-Pro a number of times also, and you're going to pay somebody that's just coming here $20 million, and here I am, do a contract? You go asking for trouble. Now, you know what happened last time? Did you let a guy's contract run out? And now you got CD going to want his money. And now you got Moby Dick coming up next year. Now, what you going to do with him? He ain't cutting you no deals because he just saw you give a cornerback $20 million. So if you give a cornerback $20 million, what the hell you think Michael's going to want?
Okay, I get all that. But if you give me a one-shot deal where I can maybe keep everybody happy at least for one more year, would I have a lot better chance of getting to a Super Bowl with Jalen Ramsey next year? You better believe I would.
Not with the quarterback, you don't.
And further complicating the quarterback is, now please drop the Mike McCarthy has taken over, and he says he's going to change 35% of the offense will be all new next year. It'll make it even harder on Dak because I think McCarthy is basically fraudulent.
Yeah, well, he said, well, I want to call plays. He's like, when you're offensive coordinator, you're just worried about putting up a minute, lighting up the scoreboard.
Yeah.
He said, but when you're the head coach, you worry about the different things, rest of your defense. Brother, you see how good your defense were? Do you see? Is that your quarterback missed 5 games and he led the league in the top of the league with 15 and had 3 pick sixes.
Yep. Give me Jalen Ramsey, and I'll live with Dak Prescott.
You ain't got no choice. You got choices. It's better you don't.
Unless Jerry would wise up and wake up and trade Dak straight up for Aaron Rodgers, I would do it in a heartbeat.
So you don't want Dak at $40 million. You want Aaron Rodgers at $59 million. Jalen Ramsey at $20 million.
Yep. And I'll go win me a Super Bowl.
You're not winning
And once we win a Super Bowl, it's over. And I don't care what happens.
You're not winning that. You're not winning that.
Okay.
That salary cap, it's just details. No worries about that.
Yeah, you know what? Hold on. What about this thing called the salary cap that you tell me, well, this is pie in the sky. There's this thing, Shannon, called the salary cap. What happened to the salary cap? It doesn't exist anymore in Dallas?
No, Jerry is a cap wizard. Is he not?
Now he's a cap wizard.
There he is.
I guess the salary cap
Waving
doesn't
that magic wand. I love
exactly.
it. All right, gentlemen, let's stay in the NFL. Did an Eagles safety just take a shot at their DC on the way out the door? You don't want to miss this. Let's debate up next.